I can only imagine that you clicked on this video based on the title. This will be the first video that I've ever done that's going to be somewhat negative with respect to the overall tone of the video itself, but it's a subject that I think many of us with SMA have had to face in our life. Bear with me, because I'm about to get a few things off my chest that I've been wanting to say for a long time. As most of you know, I try to remain as positive as I can. There would be those that would say that I'm looking at life through rose-colored glasses, but let's face it, those of us with SMA could probably throw one hell of a convincing pity party if we decided to do so. While I've never been one to feel sorry for myself, I was also taught that if you allow yourself to be walked on by others, you are nothing more than a doormat. Trust me, if people see you as a doormat, they will wipe their feet on you. You've heard the term stand up for yourself, and I believe that this is something that all of us need to do from time to let others know where we stand and what we are and what we are not going to tolerate. Lately, I've been told repeatedly that my voice is getting weaker and that my arm and hand strength are diminishing. I was told that I needed to get off of Evrysdi and go back to Spinraza because apparently these treatments were not doing me any good. I guess when they told me this, they were expecting me to be surprised, as if I didn't already know that my condition was getting worse. If this had been something that happened once, I would have just shrugged it off and gone about my day. But when it's told to you over and over and over, these opinions tend to get under your skin. I'm sure that many of you with SMA have had to face similar situations, and probably, like me, you find these unwarranted comments not only frustrating, but also aggravating. Yes, I was on Spinraza for over 3 years, and I've been on Evrysdi for nearly 3 months. Do I know that my voice is getting weaker, and do I know that my arm and hand strength are diminishing? Well, I'll let you answer that question for yourself. It's a one-word answer that starts with the letter Y and ends with the letter S. I'll let you fill in the middle letter. To be honest with you, this person's level of knowledge regarding SMA probably wouldn't even be enough to fill up a thimble, and they wouldn't know the difference between a progressive disease and a soccer ball. I guess they think that just because they know someone with SMA, it gives them the right to make these comments. Unless you're a doctor that's been trained in the diagnosis and treatment of SMA, or you're a physical therapist or occupational therapist that have dealt directly with an SMA patient, you need to keep your mouth shut and keep your comments to yourself. We, as SMA patients, are living with the disease, not you. No one knows better with regards to our level of strength than we do, and we certainly don't need people like you telling us that we're getting worse. My father had 2 sayings that he taught me while I was growing up, and I think these comments are very apropos to this video. The first statement was, engage your brain before you engage your mouth, and the second statement was, don't let your mouth write a check that your ass can't cover. Before you go reminding someone that has SMA of their deficiencies or weaknesses, look in the mirror. I'm sure if you look really hard, you'll probably find some of your own. I truly believe that if more people took these 2 comments to heart, our lives would be much better. Instead of going to the person and making these comments, why don't you try this? Go to the person and sit down with him and tell them that you would like to discuss something with him that you're concerned about. And after you voice your concerns, instead of getting up and walking out of the room, why don't you ask them if there's anything that you can do to make their life better? All of us with SMA are going to have bad days from time to time. It's inevitable. But if our so-called friends are just dropping these statements as if they know what they were talking about and not offering to help, it may be time to start reevaluating who your friends really are. I've always said that real friends are there for the good and the bad times. If you have someone in your life that's always there when it comes time to party and have a great time, but they're not there when times go bad, which is probably when you need them the most, they're really not your friend. Those who I consider my friends are the people that I know that if I needed any help or if I needed anything at all, the only thing I would have to do is pick up the phone. Those of us with SMA are not looking for sympathy, but we do ask that you show a little empathy. The definition of empathy is understanding what a person is going through and trying to be a positive influence in their life. If you don't feel this level of comfort with the people that you have in your life, you may have to make some tough decisions. For those of us with SMA, there comes a time and a place where we need to stand up for ourselves and let these people know that their opinions are just that, simply opinions. Don't be afraid to voice your opinion, and if it hurts that person's feelings, or if they get mad at you for speaking up, remind them that you wouldn't have had to do it if they would have kept their mouth shut and kept their opinions to themselves. I don't particularly enjoy doing these type of videos because it feels like I'm preaching, and that's something that I try not to do. But it's a topic that I thought was important, and I hope you found it important as well. Now that I've done the video, I'm actually glad that I did. I hope that all of you have a wonderful week, and I ask that you do something for yourself this upcoming week that's going to make you a better person. God bless you, and I'll see you in a couple of weeks. Bye-bye.